Robert J. Conley here. toughest toughest day back from vacation is always the first day back is always the toughest one. Coming to you a little bit late today, but I have a very important message, and it's not very long. Your most important job. What is your most important job as a citizen, as a human being, um, and especially in this time? Your most important job is to be skeptical, to take nothing for granted. And we're you just have to look at the events, at what's going on in this country. You need to be skeptical on every front. And if anybody labels you unpatriotic or questions whether it's whether it's on the national scene in politics, whether it's at work, somebody questions your loyalty to the cause. I want you to think of skepticism as one of the highest and strongest contributions you can make to any effort, because skepticism, when you get right down to it, skepticism is the ultimate open mind. Skepticism gets labeled as a closed mind, as negative thinking, but skepticism is an open mind to the possibility of fill in the blank. It is the always questioning. So it's an attitude of doubt. Will this really work? Is it really worth it to go into a foreign war? This isn't political. I'm not taking a side on this. All I'm saying is that the skeptics have to ask those questions. We have reached a time, at least in my lifetime, where we have an all-time high of don't question authority, don't question us, and it is destroying our civilization. We need to question every politician on every side of every issue, and we need to vigorously we need to be citizens with renewed vigor, with renewed questioning. We're supposed to take everything about the pandemic at blind faith, and I'm not here to take sides on that one way or the other. I know that people have died from this terrible disease, but what we see is that people are being deprived of the right to respond to it the way they best can, and people are being shut down for being skeptical about things. So, the expectation that we just have credulity about anything that is told to us by people in power is, like I said, it's at an all-time high. And the the thing that needs to keep processes open, the way that things grow and the way that we innovate and invent and make things better, is by always questioning, by always being skeptical. Are we doing this the best way? Are these the best things? Should that person be making decisions for me? Should that person who is in a big building 2,500 miles east of here make decisions about my life? I live in California. Should the people in Sacramento micromanage communities? And I'm not expressing one way or the other how I believe on those things. All I am trying to get you to see is that skepticism is a healthy part of any vibrant community, whether that's a city, a state, a country, a company, a church, a congregation, whatever. If you have a community, you need skeptics. Skeptics move the ball forward. Skeptics cause improvement. And for some people, it's really hard to be skeptical. Some people really trust authority. They trust the letters after someone's name. They trust the office they hold. And that's a really dangerous place to be. So I think your most important job as a contributing member of society, as a productive employee, as a member of a family, is to have healthy skepticism, to have an open mind, to reserve judgment on uncertain things, and to realize that we operate with the familiar with a certain level of certainty, but there's a whole bunch of the unfamiliar that we are now dealing with. And we need to have open minds. We need to be resolute in finding solutions, and we need to be questioning, questioning, questioning. Is this the best way? Is this the best way for me? Is this the best way for the community? Where do those two things mix? And to just be relentless, because without it, we are we're marching towards terrible things, and we have very destructive things that we're on the path of. And if we don't embrace skepticism and questioning, we're going to have a price to pay that's going to shock every person who thinks of the United States as a place where that couldn't happen. So bring your healthy skepticism, your productive skepticism, your commitment to make things better to every avenue of your life. I'm Robert J. Conley. I hope you feel challenged by that. Have a good one.